I have an update on the New York District Attorney who just berated a cop.
Where was that again?
Oh my gosh,
this
is insane.
Up in the Rochester, New York area. And we all agreed. I played this late in the show yesterday. This audio came up like 9:30. This was late in the show. And we were all in agreement. My God, we've got to play this again for the early crowd. And here we are at 7:36. The district attorney, here in Florida, we call it the state attorney. But, district attorney, state attorney, like, here in Florida, all of our counties, well, most of our counties, some counties share there are some counties that have multiple. But this is a crazy story. Sandra Dorley got pulled over eventually at her house because she ignored the police car behind her and just drove home. She was doing 20 miles over the speed limit. She was doing 55 in a 35, and a cop tries to pull her over, and she didn't pull over immediately. So she's the district attorney for this county.
No, she is the DA, as she says.
She is that's right. So let me play the audio, and then we have a complete update on the situation. All right, here is the first clip. All this was captured on the cop's body camera. Listen.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call Dennis.
Can you please come over here?
No.
This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay.
Man, she's got an answer for everything. Yeah.
She is something else.
All right, lawyer lady.
Okay. She drives home, ignores the cop is behind with the flashing lights. He's got the siren, whoop, 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 trying to pull her over. She just keeps driving to her house, and you can hear she's like pulled into her garage. And the cop finally is able to talk to her once she stops the car at her house in her garage. Body cam continues.
Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christopher. Can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a traffic. This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous.
I think it's the police chief.
Go away.
Hello, sir.
Go away.
Ma'am, can you please stay at the back? This is a legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here? Sir, I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road.
And she failed to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What's the matter with her?
I know.
She's a nightmare.
How would you like to be in a fight with her, like if you're her husband?
Can you imagine that? So here's what happened. She takes her cell phone and calls the chief of police, the boss of this cop, and hands her phone to the cop. So the cop is now on the phone with the police chief.
Holding her phone.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now the next cut from the body cam.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you.
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my house.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were initiated.
I didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road, too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
Oh, my God. What an entitled witch.
Yeah, there were other people on the road, too. Nina and Boo-Boo.
These stories don't end well when you're in a position of authority and you have power, like being the DA. And when this is captured on body cam and
Doesn't she realize that's all going to be seen? Like, what is the matter with
Has she
her?
never prosecuted a traffic case before?
Right.
Does she not know how this works?
Good point.
Man, all right, here's the final cut, and then we have a major update to the story. I think the cop sounds very measured. The cop sounds very calm.
Is he in her house at the end right there?
In the garage, at least. I don't know.
I think
She goes, get out of my house.
Did
Just get out of here.
You hear that?
Yeah.
In that clip, it's like, get out. Let me play that one more time.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my house.
Get out of my effing house.
It sounds like a scene in a movie. It doesn't even sound real.
I'm watching the raw footage.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he remains in the driveway outside of the garage threshold
Right.
the whole time.
Right.
And while she's in the garage, he's probably like at the door line.
Yeah, she's driving a black, is that a SUV?
It's an SUV.
Yeah, she's got a big black SUV in the garage. You know, typical garage. She's got the shelves with all the crap on it. And
Ooh, I can give her some good chills.
inside the garage. All right, here's the final cut and then the major update.
You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Oh, you say you're the DA? She is the DA.
You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA in Monroe County.
She's the
Ooh.
DA in Monroe County, which is the Rochester, New York area. Or as my college roommate from Rochester used to say, Rochester.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
Hey, listen, this is the MJ Morning Show, officer. We don't understand the hostility either. And we agree, you're just doing your job. You know, doing 55 and a 35.
You're being asked.
How am I being
Call him an a-hole. Calls him an a-hole.
an ass?
I am the DA in Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but
I'm
that doesn't
coming
give
home
you
from
a
work,
right
and
to
I
go
was the-
55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I
don't
understand
really
that,
care.
ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just
I will make it disappear.
Did she do that?
I'm the prosecutor.
Can she do that?
See, right there, that second where she says, I'm the one that prosecutes the ticket, so give it to me. That's when she should have been fired.
Oh, man.
I was tolerant up until, okay, bad decision. Then that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's an abuse of power now. Oh no, she has to be fired.
A little more of this, then the major update.
go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Then just write me the ticket.
Just write me the effing ticket.
Wow, she's so hot.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
she's
really don't care. Okay.
Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's going to prosecute myself. You know what I'll do with the ticket?
I'm the one that's going to prosecute myself. Do you know what I'm going to do with the ticket?
You know, Tony Soprano was more respectful of the cops when they came to
Yes.
bust him.
Yes.
She is awful.
All right. Now, the update, ladies and gentlemen. She is falling on her sword. She is apologizing. She shot a video yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yes. Would you like to hear the apology of New York District Attorney for Monroe County, Rochester, upstate New York? This is her apology that her office released yesterday. Listen, this is Sandra Dorley, and the cop, by the way, who I thought was spectacular during this incident. The cop was Cameron Crisafulli. Cameron Crisafulli is his name. All right, here is the apology video now.
Last Monday, I failed you and the standards that I hold myself to, and for that, I am so sorry. What I did was wrong, no excuses. I take full responsibility for my actions. I fell short of the values I've held for my entire 33-year career. I didn't treat this officer with the respect that he deserved. All police officers deserve respect. I am truly and sincerely sorry. I had just come from work. I was dealing with 3 homicides that occurred over the weekend. I watched a video where an innocent cab driver was executed. And I was still reeling from a frightening medical concern that my husband received that afternoon.
All right, so
Wow, she's riddled with excuses.
Yeah, I know. I think it's
You
just
know.
better to stick with just one thing that bothers you. But
she had
you
a
know,
lot
if
on
I
she's
had a really
Well,
bad cramp in my knee that day.
Yeah.
too.
Hold on. How about you don't offer up a whole menu of reasons and you just flat out apologize that my behavior was awful, it was inappropriate.
You know, another thing too is she said, "Oh, I just watched a video where a cab driver was executed. and it's
I
like,
do
well,
that every day.
well,
Yeah,
I-
that's Froggy's
that's-
Tuesday on YouTube.
yeah, that's your morning routine. But no, and guess who's going to help that cab driver, even though he died? Police officers, law enforcement.
So, you know, if she doesn't offer the excuses and just an apology, well then why? You can't just give an apology. You have to give an apology, then you have to give an excuse. If you're going to make an apology, you just can't say, I'm sorry, it was a total bonehead move. I apologize.
That's it. You
Yeah,
just
that's
say,
it. I say no.
well,
That's it.
Because then the world says, well, what was going on? Then it's a follow-up question. She's trying to answer all the questions.
No,
in this
No,
video.
the world just doesn't care at that point.
Yeah,
there's-
it's an excuse.
there's
They
more.
excuse.
All right, there's more. Then she starts laying out what she's going to do. I just think she didn't need to muddle up the whole deal with all kinds of excuses. My husband has a medical diagnosis. I got the cab driver. I got, So here it is. Here's the rest of it.
But we all had bad days and stress, and it was wrong for me to take it out on an officer who was simply doing his job.
Yeah.
While I previously apologized to him, I will say it again. I'm sorry. Police already have a tough job, and that day I made this officer's job harder. To the community, I owe you full transparency.
All right. So now she's getting kind of back on track.
Yeah, I agree.
So she's getting away from the woe is me, because you had a bad day. Yeah. All right. So now she's getting away from that, and now she's starting to lay out what she should have just done exclusively.
Here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable. First, I already pled guilty to the speeding ticket, and I will willingly pay the fine. Next, I'm referring the entire matter to a district attorney from another county for review and will fully cooperate with that investigation.
I think she needs to be caned.
Singapore style.
Yeah.
well, you can tell what she thinks of the.
Like she's
Law
changed.
enforcement.
Like all of a sudden she's just like sorry. She's
Right.
obviously
Listen, if you capture somebody at their worst, most stressed out moment, that's not a reflection of who they are.
All right, but did
Why
we?
are you?
Hang
Listen,
on.
is it two sides?
Hold on.
matter with you?
Did we see the real woman, and now this is the
Yes.
phonied up apologetic mode? That's the question.
This is the lawyer side.
All right,
That went on for a long time. That interaction.
here we go. 30 more seconds.
I'm going to self-report this incident to the grievance committee.
The grievance committee.
Yes.
It's like Festivus.
Grievance committee. Hello.
It's-
yes. Oh, district attorney in New York.
Gonna
Yes.
air her grievances to the Festivus poll to George Costanza's dad. I hear.
And I will cooperate with their investigation. Finally, if one of my assistant district attorneys had acted this way, I would have disciplined them. So I'm disciplining myself.
Well, I would have fired them.
Just like
Yeah.
so
So
I
what-
could
what-
make my tickets go away.
Yep, exactly.
Fire yourself.
I still think that's a low key admission or acknowledgement that she's in charge.
Yeah, why didn't she say I resign?
Yeah, well, listen, that I think would have been acceptable here. That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
I will take ethics training to remind myself that professionalism matters.
I will take ethics
Oh,
training.
Community college?
You know what? I need Froggy and Fester to take ethics
I
training.
need you to
I
take
took
ethics
ethics.
training. Yeah, why don't all three of us sign up? You're going to be the house
I've
mouse
been
in that
humbled
class.
by my own stupidity, and I am fully to blame. I will make this right. I ask for your forgiveness.
She said she's responsible for her own stupidity. Please, I ask for your forgiveness. Please, I'm on my knees. I'm begging. And
Does she cry?
That's
Oh, that's the end of-
that was
okay.
it.
She doesn't cry.
Yeah.
She's stone cold.
You know, whenever people have PR issues.
By the
like-
way, the video,
Yeah.
she had an ISIS flag behind her, and there was an AK-47 propped up as well. Yeah. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Whenever I do PR consulting and help people get through things like this, remember, Pastor, it's the three H's: humility, honesty, and humor. Now, she's not ready for the humor stage. It's not funny right now, but she did okay with her honesty and her humility. But I don't like it when people just read it like a statement. I like it when someone has a conversation and pretends like they're talking to one person.
Okay.
It sounds more sincere.
Okay. Okay. Should we go to the MJ Morning Show jackwagon jury on this? And then maybe we'll open up the phones and ask our listeners.
Ask him if this is a good apology.
Fester, thoughts?
Yeah.
I don't know that we need to take 10 calls on how we feel about a district attorney in New York, but she probably should step down. She needs to leave this job.
Yeah. So, Fester, that is your ruling?
You know,
Roxanne, do you accept her apology? Should she live another day as the DA up in Rochester?
We need a leave of absence.
Yeah.
maybe a nice 30
leave
or
of
90 day
absence.
leave of absence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe not leave the job. I've seen people with pretty high profile jobs have one incident and they lose that job.
I was waiting for her to
that's
say
true.
that she's an alcoholic and she's going into rehab.
Yeah, that's usually
Yeah.
the route they go, right?
Yeah.
All right, Froggy, what's your ruling on this?
I say, kill her!
Game of Thrones style.
Like the end of William Wallace's Braveheart. Rip out her liver.
Gas
first.
chamber. Yeah. All right. And I would say you don't recover from that. You step down. That was just so egregious.
Yeah, it went
And
on and
especially
on and
saying
on.
how she could fix any ticket. That's pretty.
Listen, the former police chief of Tampa, Mary, she was on that golf cart.
That's right. It was a good day.
And
And she was nice. She was nice.
Yeah,
to
she was pretty nice about it. The former.
I have the whole thing memorized, by the way.
Yeah.
Do it.
I was hoping you would just let us go. I'm the police chief of Tampa. Oh, I knew you looked familiar. Yeah, here's my card. If I can help you with anything, and I mean anything, call me. Boom, chief's fired.
She was
Oh my
nice to
God,
that
no.
officer. She was respectful.
We're calling.
That encounter that she had, Mary O'Connor.
Mary O'Connor.
Yes.
Yeah, Chief O'Connor.
Mary O'Connor. I mean, that encounter was like
Nothing.
Yeah.
was like a Boy Scout meeting compared to what the DA up in New York did.
Get out of my house.
Yes.
Get out of here.
The chief wasn't disrespectful to that
No,
officer.
not at
She just
all.
kind of asked maybe a little bit of professional courtesy, which might have, you probably shouldn't have to do anymore. But I was just hoping you would let us go.
Well,
Let you
So-
go to the unemployment line.
so Fessy, you don't want to take calls on this? The phones are already ringing.
Lester never wants to
You
do
know
what
what?
you want to do.
I'll grab a couple of calls.
I stand corrected. Take 50.
I'm not going to take 50 calls.
Well, yeah, people, oh, yeah, she was wrong. Oh, no, we should
Hey.
show some compassion.
She
Oh,
was
yeah.
right, actually.
Oh, yeah,
You know
I see your
what?
point.
I would love to hear from cops. If you're a police officer, if you're currently on the job or if you're retired, I'd love to hear from police on how that DA treated the police. All right, 800, couple of calls. I've got a lot to do here. What are you snickering
I want to
at?
hear from cops on how bad she treated the cops.
He's making fun of you, dude.
That Miller would make it funny.
All right, let's go. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you want to weigh, look, we got the detective already calling in.
Yes.
All right, 800. It's Detective Columbo. Man,
I'm here,
I got one more question for you, man.
I got my googly eye on it.
Pardon me, ma'am. All right, 800-990-1047. What did you say?
Am I doing it?
He's doing the
Am I doing-
Columbo googly eye.
Am I doing it?
I'm here to serve
All right, are
you.
you taking Fester's camera?
You gotta talk like him now.
Pardon me, ma'am. Am I doing it good?
So Michelle and I are watching the old Columbos on Freevee. And man, they're great. It was, I was like 7 years old when these things were on. And we're just, just at night we'll put on a Columbo episode on Freevee. Freevee. And they're great. All right, 800-990-1047 gets you in. Grab a couple of calls. Let me grab Detective J on line 4 in Tampa. Detective J, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ, and that's retired. I am retired from the city of Tampa. And basically, I saw this on TV last night, and I'm going to tell you straight out, she needs to resign or be fired. What she did, not stopping for the officer, 20 miles over in, speeding, and that's absolutely unacceptable. She needs to resign, period.
Yeah, I agree. And, we'll see. So she lays out this apology, this whole mea culpa, which you just heard. The question is, will she survive it? Will that be enough? Or what was that?
Sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, I just hit my elbow really hard.
Yeah, we heard. I agree. Detective J, how many years were you at TPD?
I was there 22 years, and many times, there is discipline for things that occur. within the police department. But when you have a high-ranking official as a district attorney, who she makes it very clear, I am the district attorney.
Yep.
There's no excuse for that.
Nope.
She deals with law enforcement every single day.
Yes.
And bottom line, she thought she was above the law and I can get out of this. You know, if she would have just stopped and been kind and maybe explained to the officer, I've had a really hard day, you know, who knows what his discretion might have been at that point. But bottom line, she's above the law. I can do what I want to do. And you know what? You're a nobody. And I think she found out real quickly this has gone viral.
Detective Jay, thanks for your years of service to my city, the city of Tampa, and you have a great day.
Okay, thank you, sir, and you have an awesome. Thank you for your show. And let's remember those 4 deputies that were killed in Charlotte.
Yeah, listen. We had the shooting. We had some deputies in Polk County that were shot just the other day. We have these 4 law enforcement officers. They were serving a warrant on some maniac up in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. I mean, terrible. Thank you, Detective. Thanks for calling in. Let me grab Jean in St. Pete. Jean, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning, morning, morning.
Yes.
If anybody else did half of what she did, they would have been fired.
Yep.
Fire her butt. And I'm also sure that she's the one who did not write that speech. Someone wrote it for her.
I agree.
She was too cold. Yeah.
She's
Fire
icy.
her butt.
Thank you, Jean. All right, one more call on this. Debbie in Safety Harbor. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be in Safety Harbor later tonight.
Ooh, are you going to go to parts of Paris?
What?
No, I'm going to Nona Slice House with friends.
I've been telling you. Sorry.
Yes, I've got Michelle and
We
Chloe
must have
and
lost our invite.
Michelle.
Yeah.
And, it's not radio friends.
Yeah, he said friends, not us.
Yeah,
we're not friends.
Got friends of ours are meeting us for some pizza at Nona Slice House
What was
later
the
tonight.
same thing I told you about MJ,
Right.
Roxanne? He's
So,
not your friend.
Why are you telling me that? I didn't say that.
No,
Froggy's the one who wants to go to dinner.
Just the fact that I'm pointing it out to the room.
Please stop it. Debbie in Safety Harbor. Look at that. All that. Debbie, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Just wanted to say, to forgive is really divine, and I think we're all human. Definitely, she's not perfect. She definitely needs some major coaching.
All right, Debbie, you're going to go soft on us here.
No, I mean we're in a hard world, man. Give a break. We all have our bad days, and she's definitely showed her ass. And it's not pretty.
That's a great expression.
Yeah.
Not pretty.
Yeah.
But let's just put ourselves in their shoes. What if we were having a bad day? Well, do unto others. Why not?
'Cause you had a bad day.
You bleep hole. Don't bleep yourself.
Listen to my violin. Okay.
Debbie, listen, if you show up at Nona Slice House at about 7 o'clock, you can tell MJ face to face how you feel about this.
All
right.
Bye, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie. The DA, Sandra.
Yeah.
No one ever taught her you catch more flies with honey. I feel like she could have worked that whole thing out if she was a little bit nicer to that guy.
Can I get back
and
to
none of this would have happened.
Can I get back to my Columbo impression?
No.
I once saw Kevin Pollak. I think he was on Leno or Johnny Carson talk about how to do it. You have to look in with your right eye, and then you wiggle the left eye. That's how you do it.
Stop. All right,
that hurts.